incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Tighten down. There you go.
On first down, it's Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
To throw again on second down. Watson got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Alert! 55, come on, guys. 54! Not today, you are. Not today. Slam!
Throwing on second and 14. Watson. Jones has it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
To throw is Watson. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Here's Watson on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Watch twins. At 55. Alert. Check 24. Check 24. 22. Check. Cover. 22. Let him go.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they made it pay off.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check, 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 check.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
This is Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Go, go, go. 32. Check out.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. It's caught by Davis. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Got the screen.
Off Off of play action, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Whitney merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try.
And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. After the interception, here's Watson, and he fires one incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
On second and 10, Watson. This complete to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. On first and 10, Watson. Caught by Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Good set. 19. 54, Mike. 59. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check set. 19. Check 55 to Mike. I'm coming for 54. 54. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Open man is QT complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. 36. 36. 24.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And the Texans push further out in front.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check, 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 check. Check 4, check 4. Tighten up. Real right, get on.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Set. Get a 20. Watch it, I don't think you got it, son.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's caught by Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And the Titans first down.
We go set. 280. I'm coming.
Stafford on 1st down. He's got Smith here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford trying to lay one up, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Get that quarterback.
Watson on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Set. 19. 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Throwing again on second down. Watson rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Watson on third down. He completes it to Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Watson. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
This is it. 19.
From the red zone now, Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check right, check right.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
He's coming, double up. Say, 32. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Now Stafford. Able to get this to Gordon. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
First down.
Check. Stay 50.
On first down, Stafford here. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Complete to Jones. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here we go. Hey, 31. Shift.
Here's Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Julio Jones. 34 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score in the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, man, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Switch. Check three.
Derrick Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw Mariota. It's caught. It's Miller. Shreds the tackle. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, Watson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Third and long. It's Watson. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Alert.
Now a first down throw, Watson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Watch out, alert!
Hey, 31!
Hey, alert, alert!
On first and 10, Watson going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw on second and 10, Watson, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Throwing is Mariota. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mariota. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Again, it's Mariota. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To the air again, Mariota. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
A gain of 14. And the Titans first down.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
3.
A first down throw for Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Watson. It's caught. Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one and also a Texan first down. First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 38, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the... It's caught at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit no matter.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Big stop, let's go.
Throwing now, Watson. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?